Now I can take and use this, comparing the building behind here to get the line. And when I look at the distance I have here to that one fence, and I go back and I start to look at the fence over here, I start to get a natural sort of perspective that's taking place. And as I step down from that, I can take it going down farther yet. And so as I just draw this simple line here, from here to here, I've created a perspective line. Okay, and this is without actually taking into consideration my vanishing point. The more you know, of course, the more you can take and add to the whole process. And there's all kinds of shrubs and stuff, dead vines lying on this fence. So the value is slightly darker than there's the fence behind. Now, the railroad tracks. Now I go back into here. The railroad tracks are really taking a very small distance in here. And as we come across, we're pulling through. And these are very dark bands that we're coming through. And I'm just indicating this. Now I want to come through. As I'm doing this, I'm taking and saying, well, all right, right from that tree to the railroad tracks here, there's a line of gravel. And so I'm indicating the distance in here to where the gravel is going. It's going down about here. So I'm trying to judge these elements. No, I'm going to work around this. I got to need to come across at an angle here to draw this. My head's probably in the way of the camera there, but not much I can do about that at the moment. Okay. Now it's still pretty foreshortened view here, but the shopping cart now is almost as big as the building because it's so much closer. It's coming way, way down here. So this line into here. Now, the part of the underside of this is through here. And again, there's all kinds of lines. We've got I can see where I didn't carry this anywhere near big enough in here. I start looking at that in relationship to the tree behind. This is coming down. Now, I have to take and make it look like a shopping cart. You need to take and draw a little bit of the undercarriage so we can sense that there's some wheels in here. And all of this is taking and putting back in. Back. Okay, now right next to this, in my view, is a part of a can't really tell what it is. Maybe it's a fence, but it's a dark object, and it starts up here, and the palm tree in here. So I come through, and I'm hitting the dark, and we've got right alongside here, coming into that area, is a beat up old truck. Okay. So now we can see where that I'm looking at part of the structure of the truck, and it's all the way up here. So this is a line now that's going down this way, and it's coming down. We're coming down here past the wheel of that. So I'm drawing this line. Okay. And then there's all of this stuff. I guess it's part of the palm tree behind it. So it's from my point of view right now, it's really just a dark mess. And you can go back and get some more of this shopping cart in here coming through. And now, I need to indicate a little bit of what this is. This is gravel backing. You don't have to draw, you have to put a little bit enough. And if it's clear that we're dealing with railroad tracks, which is not actually clear yet, and I can see where this line is going to have to expand a little as we go that way. And this is going to have to get heavier as they come down. And the thing that will give you the indication of railroad tracks is the fact that it has railroad ties. So I'm going out of my way to take and make the ties come through. And I don't necessarily see an awful lot. I just get the little indications of coming through. We can feel the gravel coming down. Now, right here, coming off in front here, is some kind of a piece of metal of some sorts coming through. And looking, there's a something sticking up out of this, coming up into here. Again, I have no idea what that object is. All I'm doing is copying shape. And coming over here, another piece of metal. This has a light side and a shadow side. It has thickness to it. And right at this point, we're also taking and coming across a piece of a truck. I'm just looking at where that point is indicating it. Now coming across. Coming through. This has a line in the center. And it's casting a shadow. But I make the shadows going over the gravel. Coming through. Now, as I keep moving over with this, I can see that we have this other piece of metal. Oh yeah, I can now, the more I focus on it, I can see that this has got a channel to it. Going through and come up across the top here. See behind. And this a little bit more horizontal. Now this is we have cast shadows underneath. And down. So now, as we go up here, except we have bits and pieces of a car or a truck, pickup truck. It's come through the corner or part of this molding, I guess part of the door. It's going up, turns, goes this way, and then we go off at an angle, and it's going up into about here. Now, I was drawing that. I was looking across to where this is with the telephone pole. It actually has to go a little bit higher. Now I've got the palm tree behind, which is coming through in here. And here now I take and I indicate palms, not palms, but the bark of the palm tree. And it's going to go behind. So we've got to start dealing. So when I do this, I try to see the kind of shape that the trunk of this palm tree makes. And go down. Now, here's the part. This dead pickup truck. Okay, so now in drawing this, it's lots of sort of intricate shapes, and I'm looking to see where they constantly, but I'm just doing this as one line to the next line. And I feel where we're going. I look to where we're going, where this is going to be. We're going to have to come all the way down to here. So I'm looking across where the railroad tracks are behind. In here, coming through, and to where the shopping cart is. So there, this line on the outside, this is fairly. I'm pulling into this. Now I can I've got through here. Then we can see that now I'm taking being a little bit looser, a little bit more direct. Coming through. And we have all kinds of the textures, the metal inside. As I work along here, I get a little bit looser. I'll be able to through. Now, at this point, the truck part becomes totally illegible. Nobody would look at that and say, oh, that's a part of a truck. Okay? But now when I come in and I start to add a bit of a line coming across, coming through, and we come down, and we're dealing now with the windshield. This is going to come through. No glass, of course. And the interior of this, I would treat so it's all very dark. So, and we get a bit of the light in behind coming through. And so all of this I will treat basically as just a simple value. And within that value that I've got, I can take and add darker values. I can build this up a bit more, but I'm still just dealing with shapes. I can see there's a remnants of a steering wheel. in here. And we got some lines coming across the back. And the top of the truck, going back across here. And we see we've got the palm tree. Now there's also a telephone pole in here. And this is just a simple vertical. But it comes through. And start to build onto the front. You can see. Now I'm sort of letting the left-hand side go on. I'm not planning on taking and drawing that. Well, I got this a little high, and I got a little, come in a little bit farther down. I mixed up, lost my place where I was taking and doing this. Now we have a bed of another truck coming through. So you can see now that I've done this, I've got this leaning way more than it actually is. So, but that's part of the character of taking, doing a point-to-point thing, is that they do become sort of eccentric, and that the things take and start changing just because you can't. We're not machines. We do not see things perfectly all the time, which creates it's more interesting, I think, because it is so much more of an angle. And to come through here, there's a series of lines that come across and that we build.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got tile. Now,
Hey,
come
Glenn.
back to this fence over here.
Hey, Glenn. No, all the way. Stop. Hey, Glenn, I'm gonna have you stop drawing. Cut.
Huh?
Cut. I'm gonna have you stop drawing. Back up. All the way.
Done?
Yeah, I'm gonna have you back up. All the way. We're gonna cut for a second.
I'm not going to carry this much farther. I think that, now, I mentioned earlier that we had this other pole that leaning across here. Well, actually, I think I'm going to add that now. And this actually goes way up in here and coming down. So I can look at where I'm going. Okay, now, what we've got, and this is just to give it a sense of the reality. Oh, there, I can add this other telephone pole right back here, because what I want to do to give a sense of we're in the back of some area here, and what we're seeing then is the wires. And got wires coming down here. I'm constantly looking to where things are in relationship to each other. And this is taking here, going back, and we got other wires. So we got guide wires coming down. Just little elements that help to show the cluttered nature where we're at. And we can pick up a few more values in here, patterns. I'm not thrilled with the way the railroad tracks came out, but I think at this point we're going to live with that. And I can take in, add a little more additions to the architecture. So what you end up getting, in a sense, what I've done is I've built up this thing. Then I can come back into this, and the value of this I would take in, give a little bit more, get more trees on the side here. And my clip and stuff is in the way here, but okay, that's point to point. I started with that spot right there. And slowly adding on. And as I've done it, I can see where I got carried away with a little bit of the angles in here of that truck and the palm tree. Jim, I don't mind that. It's okay. It goes along with the character thing. And I'm not trying to take and do a broad pencil technique, but that's in a sense what the approach was to many respects. We'll talk about that more in another lesson. And but all you need is a pencil, a piece of paper. You got it. Okay, but anybody can do this. It's just being careful and checking. So we've done about 45, 50 minutes, which is not that long. Actually, that's fairly short. A lot of times when people look at the things that I've done, they think, oh, it's kind of hours. Not hours. It's just a very short period of time. But being very systematic and not trying to rush. One of the things that hampers a lot of people is that when you start to take and do it this way, they got this sense that, oh, this is going to take forever. And they start to get sloppy and start rushing it. And you're just killing your drawing. Just take your time, have fun, be patient. It's a great way to take and relax. Really look at stuff. You don't really, until I start to, oh, no, the more I look at the spectrum, okay. But like I was just saying, you don't really see something until you start to draw it. Now I'm noticing I've got some, which I didn't see. Now I'm coming, I've got some trees, bushes coming out here on the side. Okay, I think we'll call that for this.